Wow.
and they're just big boys. I mean, if Jeremy Oliver, the very first time I saw that guy, we had him paired up against a younger kid, and I literally I became afraid for this other guy, and I mean, Jeremy Oliver, to try to give you a better picture, it looks like Brock Lesnar's little brother.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
That's exactly what he was.
I remember that fight. I remember that.
Yeah. And, so Jeremy, he kind of called out Brody after his fight against Cassius Towns, who was a soldier who Brody lost to in a split decision. And, Jeremy, he just knew it was going to be a great fight. So he basically talked to us and just called Brody out quickly. So.
Oh, well, so there's some backstory there.
There is a little bit of backstory, yes. Indeed.
Well, I tell you what, let's get Josh on here. See if my Ring Central Celebrity Hotline via Skype will work with me. Every time they change software on this stuff, you know what I mean? Everything they upgrade, you hit upgrade, and then everything
like that with Facebook
changes. Yeah. Joining us now on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline, along with Jared Hepler, the promoter of Chasm Elite, one of the fighters who is fighting down a weight class. Spent a little time with him over Thanksgiving. Josh Easterly, how you doing, Josh?
Good. How you guys doing tonight?
Man, we're doing good. I say good things about you, Josh. So you behaved yourself at Thanksgiving. You didn't overdo. Unlike myself.
Well, yeah, we overindulged.
Yeah.
But all right, big fight coming up this weekend, Josh. Your opponent?
Chaz Reed, right?
Chaz Reed.
I believe.
Yeah, Chaz Reed. I wrote it down. I was looking for it. Chaz Reed. Jared says we were just talking about the fight card, and I'm excited about this fight, Josh.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, this is one of those situations where I really wanted to try going down a weight class. So, wanting to try some new things, and this is going to be that fight for me.
Well, I was telling Jared that I didn't recognize you. I recognize you, but I didn't recognize you because you have really cut the weight, man. You look good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's been a slow process. I started pretty heavy. My first fight ever was at 210, and I've slowly just been cutting down, getting in better shape. My last fight at 185, I still felt like I had room to cut, and I'm trying to get down to 170 to be my final home for a weight class.
Talking to Josh Easterly and Jared Hepler of Chasm Elite, Texas Battlegrounds this weekend in Bell County Expo Center. Jared, I know you got to be biased. I know you got to be, unbiased. You got to be right down the middle because you're the promoter. What are your thoughts on this fight? Now, you talked a little bit about it, but now that Josh is here, I'd like to get Chaz on here too. I don't know if we have any contact information for him, but what do you think about the fight of the night? Does it have the potential?
I do think it has the potential. Josh has been training super hard. We've been putting in a couple of morning practices as well with Steve. So I know Josh wants this, but at the same time, I know Chaz wants to come out and put on a show. Marcus still has been working with him. So I know that he's going to be ready. Josh's going to be ready. So yeah, it could potentially turn out to be the fight of the night. It'll be a good fight regardless.
Now, Josh, without giving away your tactics or anything, what specifically have you been doing to get ready for this fight with Chaz?
Really, without giving anything away, it's one of those things where I really want to make the fight my fight. I want to keep it where I want it and not let him dictate what happens.
This will be a good one. What fight is this on the card, Jared? Third one, right?
Actually, this is the second.
Second one. Second one. Man, we're right out the gate. You can set the pace.
That's right.
Set the pace for the evening. That's awesome.
That's the style. Absolutely.
Well, can you two hang around?
Of course.
Definitely.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Go ahead and mute your guys up because we're all on the same channel here. And let's take a quick commercial break and pay some bills. We've got Josh Easterly and Jared Hepler of Chasm Elite. Their big event this weekend, Texas Battlegrounds. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network. And you're on the air.
Who's the candy man? Why, Brian Smiley, of course. Brian Smiley Candy Company. There you'll find aisles and aisles of every candy imaginable. Brian Smiley Candy Company is located at 35 Industrial Parkway in Woburn, Massachusetts. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. or call them at 781-935-1660. Brian Smiley is the candy man.
Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
Now, there's a clear winner in the battle of the Ultimate Smoking Championships. And the undisputed champion is eCigShop.com. It's eCigShop.com. We carry Smoke Tech, Kager Tech, Aspire, and many more. And featuring our own brand of e-liquid, E-Cig America. Handcrafted right here in the USA. We offer military and veteran discounts. And donate to the Wounded Warrior Project. Plus, get free shipping. Details online. Your home for all your e-cig and e-liquid needs. e-cigShoppe.com. eCigShop.com.
Hi, Tom here from Spot On with Lino and Tom. Tune in for some topical discussion and laugh therapy with Lino and me. I'll be covering my favorites like Weird News of the Week and what I'm liking on Netflix, the next best gadget, and whatever else comes to mind.
We both have our own interests. I love recording on the latest movies being filmed here in Boston, checking out new musical talent, and just talking to people.
We'll also be featuring segments such as on-the-spot interviews where Lynn and I venture out and ask questions of our listening public.
That's my favorite part, besides hanging out with my buddy Tom. Now that's the icing on the cake. And cake, I love talking about cake. We love talking about everything. So tune in Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, right here at Armed Radio Global.
Hi, welcome back to the show. I'm Mike Allen. You're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network. And this is On the Air. Joining me on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline, Josh Easterly, who will be fighting this weekend at Chasm Elite, and Jared Hepler, the man behind the whole thing, the man with the magic, the guy that puts it all together. It's not his fault, but we're going to blame him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, kind of. No. I know every time we have this conversation, Jared, you go through the phases. First you're excited, you give me a call. This is the date. This is what we're doing, and man, you're excited. Then we get to this point, and you're stressed out. We got the weigh-ins tomorrow, Friday. Getting the car together, getting things together, and you're like, I'm never doing this again. Then as soon as the show, it seems like as soon as the show's over, you're like, yeah, we got to get another date.
You're absolutely right. I mean, my hair it grows grayer by the day. It's quite the evolution. This particular fight has. It's a survivor fight, quite honestly. And believe it or not, we still are not quite out of the woods. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. But so after our fight in August, the Expo Center itself, their staff approached us, and they complimented us on the product that we provided, and then. And they had asked me how much I spent on marketing, and we haven't held a pro show yet. We're new, so we don't have a lot of money, So I didn't spend a lot of money on marketing that last fight at all, and we got an okay turnout.
You had about what? You had about 1,000 there, right?
Yeah, it was about 1,000.
Yeah.
Between 850 and 1,000, I believe. So, but I had only spent about $700 on marketing, based off on other stuff that we had going on or whatever. So the Expo Center, they approached us and said, hey, we like it, we want to help out, we want in. So we actually partnered with Bell County Expo Center on this fight, and they agreed to handle all of our paid marketing. Well, I went over and I talked to the main manager over there, and we talked out our details, and we came up with the date of November the 15th. Well, as time progressed, about a couple of weeks after our meeting, he had a heart attack.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, it was... he was out on a 3-mile run, and then after his run, he ended up having a heart attack. Now, his running buddy was a doctor. He's fine. He'll be at the venue. He emailed me today. But whenever that happened, somebody who stepped in as an interim put down, double booked our date, and the person in the organization that they had booked had already paid their money. So we had to scramble, and we had to, kind of head back to the drawing board, come up with a date that would work, and December 6th was born. Just from the jump, this particular event has had a lot.
Had
of
some
issues.
Challenges, yeah.
Absolutely. And then here we go with a fight card, and the fight card itself. Mike, I started with 18 fights. 18. We had one team call us out of Arkansas, that he had 4 fighters. We're like, hey, that's awesome. We got opponents for them, no problem. 2 weeks later, they call and they back out. For no other reason than they just decided they didn't want to. We had one guy. We did have a female fight on the card, but the Brittany out of Austin, and then Julia, she's out of the Belton area or whatever. She had